Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. We're live and on the air, and we're going to roll down to Chattanooga. Going to talk to a head coach. It's currently 4-0. He had a great game against North Cobb Christian last Friday night. Came away with a W, 34-0. He's got 478 wins. He's in the Hall of Fame, and he's with us and on the air. Head coach Gary Rankin.
Hey, Torque. Appreciate it.
Talk about the trip to North Cobb Christian, Coach, and you taking the Boyd Buchanan Buccaneers down there to compete in a big game.
It was a great trip for us. It was a trip that I needed to see as far as our progress here with this football program. They had a good football team, believe it or not. The score was maybe not indicative of how good they were. I told the kids all week we need to go on the road. We need to win on the road. We need to do some things that we hadn't done in the past in a while, and we certainly did that to a high degree. The first half of football was exactly similar to what I've been seeing for the last, 13, 14, 15 years. Kids played unbelievable. It was just a great half of football for us. We jumped on them hard early. It was 13-0 before they could hardly get seated over there, and it shocked them a little bit. It threw them off stride, but after that, we just really played inspired football, and hopefully we turned a little corner the other night, I think.
Well, and you've been looking for that. I mean, you didn't know when the moment would come, and you didn't know if it would come. You're a coach. You can only coach those athletes so far, but apparently the kids are starting to figure out that if we're going to go further in the second half of the season, these are the things we need to do, and they're starting to listen to the Hall of Fame coach.
Well, they did. I mean, I was proud of what happened the other night, and hopefully we turned a little corner. I'm not positive. I told them today it's got to show up in the next game. In the next game, it can't be a one night deal, but I thought our defense played extremely well. They played extremely well through our season so far. We've got, I think, 3 shutouts out of 4 games and given up 8 points or something like that. So, defensively, I'm really proud of those guys. And if we can continue to do that on defense, we've got a chance in some of our games.
Talk a little bit about those guys on offense that played really well for the Boyd Buchanan Buccaneers as you came away with that big win, 34-0.
Well, our big number 9 that you saw the night that you were here, we helped him out. He didn't play, and another one of the defensive starters didn't play. So I was really proud of those kids that stepped up in their place, and we preach that and talk about that all the time. That's not any excuse. It's not any excuse. If Stork's not playing tonight, somebody else has to step up and play. And we had a couple of kids that do that. AK stood up on offense and had a great night for us. And we had some people step up on defense. So we were out 2 starters, and we had kids step up, and that's what you want to see out of your program.
Well, you catch a Silver Academy that's 0-4, and it's an away game, but this is a big rivalry from what I understand in the history of reading a little bit about Boyd Buchanan.
Huge rivalry, and it's one of those games you throw the book. The records don't mean anything. We went over last year. It was a great atmosphere, great ball game, and I don't really know all the history behind the rivalry, but there's some deep feelings there. I guess you could call them some deep hatred there, even though private schools ain't supposed to do that. But there's some bad feelings there, and I don't know how it got started or when it got started, but it's a pretty heated rivalry. It really is.
Right now you're sitting at 4-0. After Friday night, you'll be halfway through the season, and then 5 left, and they'll all be big ones, of course. But what is Boyd Buchanan Buccaneers, the 2023 team? What do they need to do, Coach? I mean, where do they need to?
Well, we're developing depth, and I think that's important. Like I say, some people are going to go down. You're not going to have everybody every game. We're starting to execute a little bit smoother. I think we've only had 1 turnover in 4 games, so that's taking care of the football pretty good. I think we had an interception. I don't think we fumbled the ball any. That's part of our preaching daily is to not beat ourselves, take care of the football, don't miss tackles, make sure we're blocking well, It's some of that old school. They want to call it old school language, but it still wins today, and that's what wins, no doubt about it. And we're doing a better job with all those fundamental things, and kids have they bought in. We're doing better than they've done in years, so I think they bought in pretty good. We still have some issues we have to work through, but pretty proud of where we are right now in the second year.
I have to ask, Coach, before we jump off here and everything. I went to Eastern Kentucky University and got to watch Coach Kidd when in the '80s
Right,
and everything. And
right.
do you have any recollection or anything with Coach Kidd or sending a kid to
I
Eastern?
said it. I said it with him at a banquet. I sat at a table with him and his wife at a banquet one night. I do have recollection of him. I attended many Eastern Kentucky MTSU ball games when he was coaching, and that was a rivalry, and it was always a physical. I know Coach. I know his history. I don't know him, but like I said, I was lucky enough to attend some kind of banquet at one year, and he and his wife was there, and I got to chat with him quite a bit. But a great physical football coach that had a plan and did it right, and yeah, just a great football coach.
Boy, he loved to run the ball. I mean, we'd be 14 points down,
Oh,
Coach, and he's going to run it. He is not going to put that
there's
ball in
no
the air.
doubt.
You know,
He had a plan and he stuck with it, and it worked. And like I say, him and MTSU when Boots Donnelly were there, they had some great football games.
well, Coach, is everything else going okay down in the city of Chattanooga?
Everything's great.
Well, Coach, I can't thank you enough for visiting with us on Inside the Headset. Good luck. We will not visit next week. I'm going to. I'm back to building towers, so I've got to go up to Louisville to a little situation. But I appreciate you, and we will not visit next week. But good luck, and come away with a win Friday night.
Appreciate you, Stork. Be safe, man. Thanks.
All right.